To see you all. There is a ton in there this morning, but what resonated with me again is about the mind. And we talked about the mind, and today's devotion focuses on the mind as well, and how distractions can pull our focus off the Father. I want you to think about something for a minute. Who benefits from us being distracted? What is the benefit to that, to us being distracted? It benefits the enemy, and that's the only person it benefits. Because see, I have been reading the book Fervent, and in the book Fervent, it talks about how our best weapon against the enemy is prayer. And it says in there, the enemy does not want you to use that weapon, does not want you to use prayer. And so the enemy uses whatever it can to pull your focus and pull your distraction away from prayer. And distractions are huge when it comes to focusing on Christ. So I've shared before about my mind dump or my brain dump method that I use to keep me focused during prayer time. And basically what that is before I enter into prayer, I just sit down and all of the junk that's on my mind, I just write it out on a piece of paper, even if it's just abbreviating it, just to get it off my mind, so that stuff's on paper. It doesn't have to be in here, and I can enter into prayer. See, sometimes we plan, and in here it talks about control being an idol, which I've never really thought about that before. I'm a multitasker, and I've heard that that's horrible, but that's just how I roll. But I think that sometimes we can plan ourselves right out of opportunities that God might have to bless us or serve others. Example, yesterday, I had my day completely planned so that I would be able to do this, and this. Somebody needed to talk, so I ended up staying later and talking. During that conversation, somebody else walked in, and I gleaned information, valuable information, and I was able to speak hope into somebody who was struggling with a parenting thing. If I would have stuck strictly to my schedule, by the time I met that person, I would have been home in front of my computer, if I would have stuck strictly to my schedule. So we need to realize that we don't want to plan so much that we plan ourselves out of opportunities that God might have to bless us or for us to serve others. Compulsive planning also causes us to become frustrated when our lives don't go according to plan. We find ourselves going to bed with items not crossed off our to-do list and feeling like a failure. But again, the only person that benefits is the enemy, who wants us to feel less than. See, I never thought about control as being an idol before. Idol worship, for many of us, the phone is our scheduler. It has our to-do list. It has our dates. We carry it with us often. We look at it. We protect it with $100 cases so nothing will happen to it. Some people bling theirs out. They decorate it. It's never far from us, right? So it prompted me to be thinking a little bit about my phone. What is my phone called? My phone is an apple. What is the metaphor for what tempted Eve in the Garden of Eden into sin? The metaphor is an apple. We don't know what kind of fruit it was, but we know it came from a tree. And it really got me to thinking, how much of my phone really could be an idol? It's an image. It's before my face all the time. So I just kind of wanted to drop that little nugget on you on Friday because it ties in with our Friday challenge. And our Friday challenge is to do a media fast, a social media fast. Put your phone on just phone so that it just rings, but that you don't access the apps and stuff like that. But if you need to take a call, you can. But I challenge you this weekend to do it. Do it for several hours. Do it for a day if you can. Do it all weekend if you can. And see the difference in the quality of your life. Stop looking at screens for a period of time and start looking at Scripture. Start looking at the Word. See how your life is different at the end of that time. See how much easier it might be to enter into worship when you're not looking at your phone. Now, I know I'm communicating to you over a phone or a computer, depending on what you have, but I'm just talking about those mindless distractions, the pinging, the News 11 update, the text from so-and-so, the you have mail thing. All of those things cause us to be distracted. Even if we're entering into presence with the Lord, if we get that ding and that ping, even sometime in the morning when we're doing Hope Scope, I get Snapchats from my kids during that time, and it does cause me to be distracted. So I just want to challenge you. Just see if you can do it and see how the quality of your life improves. If it does, I'd be interested to hear about it. So that is the end of the devotion portion of Hope Scope. We come on live every Monday through Friday at 7